Hi, fellow San Diegoans, fellow La Jollans, fellow Californians. My name is Leslie Williams, and I am in San Diego, California. I make these videos to inform, to expose the truths concerning the mentality in reference to how organized gang stalking occurs on university campuses. I was a college student. Organized gang stalking is a nationwide syndicate that is set up in every state and is directly connected to police officers, county and city governments. It's not only hosted by these organized crime members in the system, but it's also protected by it, the system that they're employed in, including social services workers, county mental health workers, doctors in area hospitals, lawyers. You would not believe what I know. And organized gang stalking expeditions are directly connected to human trafficking and sexual servitude rings. And I'm going to give you an illustration concerning the fact that universities do not care. It's a reminder concerning, if you went to Google right now and typed in organized stalking or gang stalking in universities, two things. Look at the amount of Google generated responses you get to these descriptions. Then extensively and meticulously research the information, the websites that come up. It's going to take you a while, but just research them. And you will come to understand that college campuses, even middle schools and high schools and universities are engaged in organized gang stalking, and how campus police doesn't give two craps about it. Go to YouTube and type in U of M torture. Yeah, look at that video concerning me literally catching a gang stalker harass me in their library after I was blogging about it for years. And then the video below it shows how much campus safety cared about it. Yeah. I want you to listen to this. It's a reminder concerning the Jerry Sandusky thing and some information concerning a couple other incidences on university campuses. And while I'm talking, I might as well just go ahead and say it. Look at what Eastern University did in reference to the Laura Dickerson rape and murder. My name is Leslie Williams. I'm a human being. I matter. You know how you're watching this video right now? You're a person. And if you were to like to look at your, I know this might sound a little bit funny, but just bear with me. If you were to look at you as a person, like you right now, if you were to look at your arm, like I'm looking at my arm, I exist. You know, I matter. Okay? I feel everything that happens to me, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. And, you know, if you really look at what happens to a target, how we're literally, creatively taken out of our homes, okay? How we're blacklisted from employment. How these organized gang stalking expeditions will stage a vehicle accident so you don't even have a car to sleep in before or after the homelessness is created. Yeah. How they'll get social services to creatively keep you away from benefits that social services that you're legally allowed to have, like food stamps. I'm not a mooch. I'm not a leech. I don't believe in living off the system. That's why I went to school for years to get a degree. Yes, and the gang stalking started towards me on campus. As far as the campus goes in Michigan in 2006, and U of M is 1,000 feet away from the college I was going to. You know, all these universities care about, and I'm here to tell you today, fellow American citizens and fellow Californians, to tell you the truth. I'm not involved in any illegal activity whatsoever. I'm a good woman, okay? And you would not believe the heinous crimes that have been happening towards me, at least since 1979, at least, okay? And I can't prove how this crime was going on towards me back then, but I can prove the crimes that have been happening openly now towards me since 2002. I have undisputable physical, tangible proof that literally shows the fact that my life has been destroyed by covert third parties that I do not know. How people entered my life through friendly appearing means in order to make sure that I remained isolated from help. You would not believe what I know. You just would not believe it. And sexual exploitation has been part of these expeditions. Human trafficking is directly connected to organized gang stalking. Go to Google and type in Erica Dean Gilmore. Listen to what she's got to say. You can also go to Google and type in Ramona Lopez. Yes, Victoria Rose. I have right now in my possession, in fact, I got it right here. Check this out. It's a book called Electronic Torture, Electronic Rape, Technology, Gang Stalking, and the Post at the Post Office. This is not the person's real name. This is a name, anonymous name she used, so her real identity couldn't be known by the public. But what is described in this book, and I've only scanned about 10 pages of it, is directly, you might think to yourself, what is electronic torture, electronic rape? That's where the 3 PDF links that are at the bottom of Freedom from Covert Harassment and Surveillance come in at. Okay, that's why it's called technology. Okay, now this is an individual that wrote a book and published, and it got published obviously, because you can see I got it, I bought it. Okay, and what is described in this book, just in the 10 pages that I scanned, is described by a California target that she was experiencing by the name of Victoria Rose. And from what I've read in the 10 pages that I've scanned, I can tell this person does not live in California. Okay, or if she does, I highly doubt that it's Victoria Rose. But what's the likelihood? In fact, it says it right here, Chula Vista. Chula Vista is right in San Diego. It's in San Diego County. Okay? My name is Leslie Williams. I am in San Diego, California right now. Okay? What's the likelihood of things being described in this book, okay, written by somebody in another state, that are directly described by a California target by the name of Victoria Rose? This is the documentation that she wrote concerning about her sister, her parents. Yes, were subjected to the same electronic rape and electronic torture and gang stalking in Chula Vista. And this person who wrote the book is not even in California. Now I want you to pay close attention to what universities are capable of. This is just a reminder. Listen to this.
So, the initial response has to be...
Oh, and first I want to make a statement. I think, what's his name? The guy, Chip Franklin, I think he's an asshole. Well, you know what I was going to say ass. Oh, sorry, it's just... Hang on a second. I cannot stand Chip Franklin or LaDonna Harvey or whatever the hell their names are. You can go to the YouTube channel Jono088 or something like that. JONAL 888. I don't know who's, they sent me an email a long time ago. But that person talked about, in a blog concerning that YouTube channel name, talked about how radio personalities can be involved in gang stalking as well. So I'm just here to put it to you this way. I don't like Chip Franklin, and I don't like LaDonna Harvey, but I do like this particular broadcast.
Somebody, if you can't do it yourself. Well, I mean, there was more than one janitor apparently that knew about this, and the one that said that he saw, you know, it's the worst thing he ever saw in his life. But then he just walked away to go confer with his fellow employees and what he should do about it. I mean, come on. How do you do that? How do you just walk away and let that continue? I got an email from a friend of mine here who says, I was listening on my way in. I was in San Francisco when USF shut down its basketball program for serious, but less serious compared to Penn State, legal problems and ethical problems. The president of the university, a Jesuit priest, made it clear that the situation had become a disgrace and that nothing short of shutting it down would be acceptable.
Now, I'm here to tell you, I was gang stalked on a feverish scale by Catholic churches in Michigan and by USD out here. And I'm going to tell you another thing that I haven't been able to expand on yet, because some of the connecting tissue about what happened to me in Michigan, they've been keeping me so busy in the running and surviving and exposing that there's a lot of connecting tissue that's not online yet concerning what I experienced in California here, and in Michigan. But I will tell you this right now, part of what happened to me in Michigan is directly connected to the Archdiocese of Detroit. And you know I know it. And that, in part, is connected to U of M in Michigan. But continue to listen to this.
He goes, as you may recall, USF was a powerhouse at one time, Bill Russell's alma mater, among others. I think that, you know, this is where you find out where real character is right now. If Penn State stands up, they could still impress us again. And they could say this was an aberration, a sad aberration. But I don't think they're going to do that, and that bugs me. DJ, you're on Kugo. Good morning. Hi, hello. You know, this is not just a football program issue. This is a whole administration issue at Penn State. There's another guy at Penn State that they've been covering up for, perpetuating one of the biggest hoaxes on the American people, and that's Michael Mann. You know, they covered up the ClimateGate emails coming from Michael Mann, and that's the university that he's from. So you've got a university that's living off football TV contracts. You've got a university living off taxpayer money. Look how many people that they've defrauded with the ClimateGate hoax.
Well, let's go back to this and talk about money, because that doesn't even pay. That's a pimple on an elephant here when you're talking about money. You're talking about billions. I'm not saying millions. Let's get it right. Billions, thousands of millions of dollars that the football program brings in. So when Joe Paterno can tell the president of a university to shut up, and this is where we're going, maybe that speaks to the whole problem of who we give power to in our society.
Well, the only thing I've ever agreed that Chip Franklin has ever said. You know, my name is Leslie Williams, and this is what we have to understand here, is that these universities that are engaging in gang stalking, and gang stalking is directly connected to human trafficking rings, okay? I'm here today to fellow American citizens. I'm telling you the truth. I have no reason to lie about this. Why would I think about this? I'm not crazy, okay? Even though that organized gang stalking expeditions and the people they're connected to downtown will try to paint the brush that you are crazy because you're exposing truth they don't want you to know. Think about the hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars that are generated to each county's tax base, that each specific university, concerning how they're geographically located in that county. We're talking about huge tax dollars that are generated. Now, so do you really honestly think that any university that is engaged in gang stalking towards me and the crimes that have happened concerning this gang stalking expedition towards me, do you really honestly think that they want the truth to be known? They know I know the truth. They know I know it. Cyber surveillance is a direct method of organized gang stalking. Google it. Okay? Google it. You can either Google cyber surveillance and cyber monitoring to either gang stalking or organized stalking. And when you come to understand the factual realities that not even a week before I was arrested at SDSU on February 1st, 2013, I made a video showing me looking up lawyers' addresses, copying them and pasting them into an email file, and then sending that email file to myself. And then I took the video picture of me showing me doing that, and then showing the fact that I was in SDSU library where it was being done at. At the end of the email title says retaliation, because I had already made prediction videos concerning about, like, I'd make a video and predict what might happen towards me as a result of me preparing to go to lawyers or civic organizations or even downtown to complain about the gang stalking. And as a result of me being brutally assaulted twice, as a result of me exposing crimes that have been happening to me, and preparing to go to Barbara Boxer's office, I've been assaulted. Now, they knew I was preparing to do it as a result of cyber surveillance at USD, SDSU, and UCSD. Think about this. I made an email file predicting that there was a great likelihood I'd be assaulted either walking, riding my bike, or on public transportation. As a result of me preparing to go to Barbara Boxer's office, I was typing a letter at USD on their computers through their Word program, or in an email file, one of the two, and I went to her website and printed out the privacy consent form. Now, not even 2 months before that, I was brutally assaulted at a bus stop, okay? And so what I did was I made an email prediction stating that as a result of me preparing to go down to Barbara Boxer's office, there was going to be a great likelihood I'd be assaulted either walking, riding my bike, or on public transportation. Because what I did was I bottlenecked. I took a look at where they would be comfortable at in reference to assaulting me. I deduced that there was a great likelihood they wouldn't want to do it on university campuses that were already being exposed. Not in a business, if they could get away with it, you know, if they could do it somewhere else outside of a business or university campus. So I basically itemized the places left that they would feel comfortable in direct, creating a staged event to assault me. So I basically wrote an email stating there'd be a great likelihood I'd be assaulted either walking, riding my bike, or on public transportation. And 11 days later, I was brutally assaulted on an MTS bus, and then MTS sent me an altered video of the assault. Yes, and the San Diego police wouldn't investigate none of it. What is the likelihood of that occurring if this crime wasn't already happening to me to begin with? Go to YouTube and type in "learning disabled woman catches gang stalker admitting put on bus to harass." The same exact bus route I was assaulted on. Yes, that was caught on January 28, 2012. Now, in the description of that YouTube video, it shows a video of me making a video at the bus stop, okay, that you wait at to get on that bus, one of their bus stops to get on that particular bus route, showing me describing what I was putting up with at universities and on bus routes on December 5th, 2012, or 2011. Then almost 2 months later, January 28, 2012, I catch 3 teenagers admitting what I was describing in that video. Yes, on the very bus route I was assaulted on. In the very same exact way that I was describing to the San Diego police on August 18, 2011, when I attempted to make a police report concerning how I was being harassed, yes, on bus routes. 36 hours later, after I went down to the San Diego District Attorney's Office and told him I was being gaslighted, which meant I was being subject to 2 sensitization methods along my route, including on that bus route, and 36 hours later, I was brutally assaulted on that bus route. So do the math. The only thing that these people care about is to cover up concerning the crimes that have happened towards me, the places they've used, including public libraries, university libraries, yes, businesses, and the email that I wrote that predicted that assault. They went into my email accounts and erased it. But what I did the day I made that assault was I copied and pasted it into a Word program and then downloaded it to USB drive, which saved the email and the date that it was made electronically, date-wise. Yes. So I'm in San Diego, California, and I'm here today, fellow American citizens, to just tell you the truth, give you something to chew on. And if you ever see me out in the community, like at a business or at a library or whatever, I want you to pay close attention to what's going on around me. People coughing or clearing their throat or their nose in specific ways, constantly. People sitting next to me and going like this, or going like this, or going like this. These are called anchored physical gestures that are directly connected to organized gang stalking sensitization methods and specific words or phrases that are mentioned around me, like gang stalker, gang stalking, oh my god, weird or crazy. Yes. And these are clever ways to make a target feel stalked by getting people in the community as a result of them tracking me. And they're getting people in the community to repeat these things around me on a constant high frequency scale in order to make me feel harassed overtly and stalked, because they got to know where I'm at in order to place these individuals around me to do it. And if that video titled "Learning Disabled Woman Catches Gang Stalker Admitting Put on Bus to Harass" doesn't prove to you this crime's happening towards me, then I don't know what would. There's also going to be some additional cooperating material in the description of this YouTube video for you to scrutinize that will literally show you that I am a victim of this crime. Thank you.